All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're exploring a celebration that is just bursting with color, music, and some really powerful traditions. So get ready, because this explainer is going to take you straight into the heart of the Festival of Tej. If you're in Nepal around this time, you'll hear this song everywhere. It's the sound that signals the party has officially started. But it's more than just a song. It's a call to joy, a call to feast, and for us, it's the perfect way to kick off our journey into Tej.
So to really get what Tej is all about, you have to see it as this complete 3-day journey. It all starts with a huge happy feast. Then it moves into a day of really serious fasting and devotion, and it wraps up with a final ritual of purification. Let's start at the beginning, with day 1.
Okay, so we begin with Dar, which is the day of the feast. I want you to just picture it. Kitchens are humming, the air smells absolutely amazing with all this delicious food, and everywhere you go, you just hear laughter and the sounds of people reuniting. So what exactly is Dar? Well, it is so much more than just a big meal. It's this really important reunion where married women go back to their childhood homes to hang out with their sisters and friends. And all that rich, amazing food, it actually serves a purpose. It's to build up strength for the really tough fast that's coming up. You can think of it as the emotional and physical warm-up for the main event.
All right, so after all that feasting and fun with Dar, the whole mood shifts. Day 2 is really the heart of the festival. It's a day of intense devotion, and it's all defined by a super strict fast, but also a powerful celebration of faith.
Now, to understand the fast, you got to understand this concept of tapasya. It's this active, deep devotion, almost like a spiritual boot camp. The legend says that the goddess Parvati did a really severe tapasya, fasting, praying, all to show her love and win the heart of Lord Shiva. So the fast that women do on Tej today, it's a direct echo of that divine act of love and determination.
And make no mistake, this is incredibly demanding. This feeling you see here really gets to the core of it. The fast is traditionally done without a single drop of water. It's a serious test of endurance, a personal sacrifice that makes the celebration that follows feel even more earned and meaningful.
But here's where you see this amazing contrast. Even though they're in the middle of this grueling fast, the temples are anything but quiet. They literally explode with color. Women in brilliant red and green saris are everywhere, bringing offerings for Lord Shiva. And the wildest part, they sing and dance with so much energy. They're transforming this personal hardship into this powerful collective celebration. It's incredible to see.
And all of that collective energy, it really finds its voice in the music. The songs of Tej aren't just some background tunes, no way. They are the absolute soul of the festival. They're a platform for women to share their stories, their frustrations, and their joys.
A lyric like this one is a perfect example. For a long time, these songs, they're called Tej Geet, were one of the few outlets for women to talk about things they might not say otherwise, Like how much they miss their childhood home, the challenges of married life, or just the simple joy of being with their sisters.
And this is what's so cool. It shows that Tej is not some tradition that's frozen in time. It's alive, it's breathing, it evolves. So yeah, the classic themes of love and family are still there, but the music has grown. Today, artists are using these songs to talk about modern issues, things like women's rights and social justice. They've turned a traditional art form into a pretty powerful tool for social commentary. So that brings us to the end of our 3-day journey. After the feast and the fast, the festival wraps up with a final day of purification. It's called Rishi Panchami. Rishi Panchami basically marks the official end of the Tej fast. Women perform this special, holy bath, and they often use a mix of 7 different types of sacred clay and leaves. The whole thing is symbolic, of course. It represents a physical and spiritual cleansing that just brings the whole festival cycle to a really beautiful, meaningful close.
So there you have it. These 3 very different parts all weave together to create the full experience of Tej. You start with that big community feast, you move through this intense personal devotion, and you end with the sacred cleansing. Each day has its own job to do, but it's the combination of all 3 that gives the festival its real power. So, at the end of the day, Tej is way more than just a religious holiday. It's a cultural cornerstone that does this beautiful job of blending personal faith with the power of community. It's a celebration of tradition, a celebration of love, and maybe most importantly, it's this incredible display of female solidarity and strength.
And that kind of leaves us with a final thought, doesn't it? Tej shows us how a tradition can be both deeply sacred and a space for social expression and change. It makes you look at your own culture and ask, where do we see that same powerful mix of the divine and the social in our own lives? Thanks for joining me for this explainer.